Joining me now is Pierre Leveille, the President and CEO of Deep South Resources. Great to see you, sir, in person this time.
Great to see you, yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be invited again by Red Cloud.
Yeah, but it'd be good to catch up here. We've spoken before. So before we get into some of the juicier stuff and the latest developments, remind us about the big low tonnage or high tonnage, low grade Habe copper in Namibia, the big project there.
Yeah, it's a, as you said, large tonnage, low grade. It's considered as a porphyry, and it's considered as a, it could double in size and tonnage. And we recently have realized that we can increase the grade. So yes, it will be a low grade, but with an improvement in grade, it will bring us quite a lot of value.
So you've done some drilling, and you say it's pretty well game-changing, some of the results you've been seeing, shears and faults. You've also got you're planning a 5,000-meter drill program, and you're hunting for higher grade, as you say. So can you take us through that?
When you look at the deposit, the grade is supposed to be fairly even and not controlled by any structures. And all the companies that were there before have adhered to that model. But we found some structures that have never been mapped, and there was quite a lot, shears, quartz vein, and these structures tend to be vertical or subvertical, and all the drilling was done vertically before, so they missed quite a lot of that material. So what we did is we drilled oriented holes in angle through these structures, and then we were seeing a huge improvement in grades. Some extensions like 150 meter at 0.47% as opposed to 0.31%, which is the average grade. We even have recently 2.57% on 2 meters. Now the balance of that drill hole will come out with the lab pretty soon, so we will know what is the real extent of that high grade. It's the highest grade we have ever seen in the deposit. So that's what we're busy doing at the moment, looking at increasing the grade.
And so you've contracted with Ferrodrill. They're doing the drilling. You've got a company called the Knight Piso consulting firm. They're going to produce an environmental impact assessment. So what are the timelines and what are the next steps to a feasibility study?
We would like to accomplish, a feasibility study within about 2.5 years. Okay. So we need to do a little bit more drilling, what we're doing now. There will be at the end of that drilling program a new resource estimation, hopefully with a better average grade and some of the resource measured. And we will have the environmental impact study in about 18 months, because you need to have a full year to have the full cycle of the seasons. And then we will start in 2024 design engineering and more metallurgical test work with bio-heap leaching, with flotation and roast leaching. And so all of this together should bring us to the feasibility study in about 2.5 years.
Okay, very good. Thanks for that. So you've recently raised $2 million. You have Teck Resources in there at 16%. What can you tell us about the shareholder base? What should investors know?
Teck owns, at the moment, 14% of the company. Okay. Yeah, it's recently updated. All right. And the management and directors as a group, we own 10%. The rest is in the public domain, and about a little bit less than 10% is with institution. The rest is retail.
And just lastly, Pierre, we've talked before, as mentioned, and we know that sentiment is kind of low right now in the sector generally, the mining sector. But you've said this is not your first cycle. We know we're going to come out the other side at some point. But the key right now is to keep telling your story, stay in front of the market, and then eventually it'll pay off. Could you sort of describe your philosophy about that?
But we all know that the market specifically in our industry, is in big cycles, big up, big downs, and so we know it will turn around. It always turns around, but what we don't know is when. So you need to be in front of the pack, because we're several thousand companies competing for the same dollars. So if you don't have your story all the time in front of the market, then when the market will turn around, you will not be the first one in the row. You need to be in the first part of the queue if you want to be the first to benefit from the cycle that turns and get money from investors at that point. So it's very important to continue to promote the story and to be always, keep news out and make sure that you can comment on the news and be on every platform you can.
As you're doing today. Thanks, Pierre. Thanks for the update.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Have a nice day.
You too. Pierre Leveille, President, CEO at Deep South Resources.